Hello and welcome to Lynchburg Live. I'm your host, Linda Smith. In February, late February, early March, Four Seasons Sunrooms, a division of F&S Building Innovations Incorporated, began a sunroom expansion for my husband and me at our home. Tonight's show is part one of a two-part Lynchburg Live series. We will be following the construction of our new sunroom from start to finish with Jeremy Smith, Product Manager of Residential Division of F&S Building Innovations Incorporated. Welcome back, Jeremy.
Well, thank you so much, Linda, for having me back.
Glad to have you back. We're so pleased with this sunroom, and I want everybody to know about it.
Well, good. So do we.
Okay.
If you had a good experience, we want everybody to know about it.
I've told everybody, and now we're telling everybody else. All right, since you were my guest in mid-February, F&S, from just talking to you, you have been so busy this summer, and well, this spring. Especially with the D-Day Memorial, were you able to finish that in time for the commemoration on D-Day?
We were. We finished that several weeks in advance of the D-Day Memorial celebration, and it just turned out excellent, better than what we expected. I think everyone received it quite well, so we were very appreciative of the opportunity to actually have to come in and do some of the remodeling there.
You want to tell the audience what you all did?
Well, to start out with, there in the beginning, originally the benches, they're curved benches around the walls there, the perimeter walls, and they used just a wooden material originally, and it just began to weather as wood does, and they wanted us to come in and basically cap over top of the wood product with a Trex product. We are a Trex Pro, so we were able to use the Trex material to go on top of the actual wood and screw down and bend and curve that material. It's a composite material, so it's a lifetime product, and it's going to last forever basically for them. So it was just an overall good experience for us.
That's wonderful. And I'm glad it was ready in time for the commemoration. I'm sure you all are too.
We were very tickled to see all of the smiling faces there at the event, and everybody just was so glad and so pleased at the outcome.
And Trex donated the product.
They
and
did.
You donated the.
We did. Trex actually donated all the materials there to do that, and of course we donated our labor as well. So we had about 4 guys on the job site all the time. It took us about 3 days to make it all happen. So we were just again honored to have the opportunity.
I think it's wonderful. What else have you been doing this spring? Because every time I've talked to you, you're busy.
We are absolutely swamped right now, which we're very blessed. We've been doing sunrooms, the decks, bathroom renovations, handicap accessibility renovations. I mean, you name it, we've been doing it. Roofing, skylights, windows, lattice work, just little odds and end things too. So we are very fortunate to have as much work as we do right now.
I think that's great.
It is.
And you want to tell our audience who may not have seen the first show when you were my guest, where you're located?
We are located in Roanoke, 2944 Orange Avenue. That's 460 West as you're coming into Roanoke. Like you're approaching the Civic Center, we're on the right-hand side of 460. Can't miss us. Big solarium on the front of the building with a big green roof. So we've been there since '97. So.
And you work all over the state of Virginia, is that correct?
We do. We travel just about anywhere you want to go as far as in the state of Virginia, and we're also set up to go in different states as well. So there's really nowhere we won't go.
Since you're so busy, this question sort of falls in with that. Does your business improve in the summer, or do you just steadily work throughout the year?
Typically, during the wintertime, November, December, and January, it tends to slow down with the holidays, people coming in, the family visiting and things. So it does tend to slow down a little bit, but we're steady throughout the whole winter. But yes, during the springtime, people are getting out, they're getting anxious, they're they're wanting to see the sunshine more. They've got more projects coming up. That's when the phone really starts to ring, and we ramp up and get busy usually around March. So right now we've had a wonderful spring, looking for a wonderful summer coming up, and I'm scratching my head trying to figure out how I'm going to get all this work done. So we're very blessed.
You know, I wanted to ask you, how big a factor is the weather in what you do? Because it didn't slow your workers down who came and worked with us.
The only time we can't work if it's really raining hard, you know, if it's an exterior project, obviously. If it's really raining hard, you know, safety comes in mind. We tend to try not to allow our guys to work when it's pouring down rain, and of course ice and snow. You know, during snow, we do have four-wheel drive trucks. It allows us to be able to on the job site a little bit more than some of the contractors. But you know, it does slow us down a little bit. But you know, our guys are good. They want to work all the time. So we try to keep back, you know, ramp back up and catch up. So it affects us a little bit, but it doesn't, you know, it doesn't hurt us too bad.
Doesn't bring you to a standstill.
Right.
All right, you've brought some pictures, and these are some of the things that I think you've been doing since I saw you last. Phil, if you'll put the pictures up, we'll get Jeremy to tell us what they are, and that's beautiful.
Oh yeah, those are glass handrails there. We put those on a deck out on Ivy Hills Lake. So that was in Forest. Yeah. As
Now,
you can see.
is this Trex?
This is this was just no. That's an evergreen product as far as composite materials.
Right.
That's not a Trex material. It's evergreen. We did that several years ago, and you can see how well it's holding up. But it is a composite material. Again, the vinyl post and handrails with the glass insert, so you can see through there and have a visibility of the lake and all. This is an addition, same house. And we were able to get it basically a two-story addition with the elevated roof. That's that same house at Ivy Hills. And everything that you see there, we provided as far as the flooring, the trim work, the paint work, the HVAC, air conditioning work, you know, the whole 9 yards.
It's beautiful.
It was a turnkey project.
It just looks so restful to be
Yeah.
out there looking
That's
across
a peaceful
the
room,
water.
that's for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. And there is a before picture of the benches we were just talking about that we did at the D-Day Memorial. We'll show the after picture here, and to give you an idea. That's a finished product there after. And again, that is just a lifetime material. It is a composite. That's the Trex material that Trex provided for the D-Day, and we were just honored to put all that around the benches.
It's beautiful, and I know that they appreciated that with this big commemoration that they just did.
Mm-hmm. It's splinter free, so you know the wood's not going to warp or twist or chip off, or you know, you don't have to worry about the nails coming back out. I mean, it's just a great product.
That's wonderful.
And here, this is a pergola that we did with pull-down shades. That is a Trex pergola. All composite materials, so you don't have to worry about painting the materials there. All the hardware comes with it. I mean, it's a complete package, and really that only took a day to put up. So, you know, as far as labor is concerned, it's a very inexpensive way to enhance your deck.
And what a beautiful view.
I know, I'm jealous. It's definitely a beautiful view of downtown Roanoke. There's another picture. Again, it provides shade. You know, you can pull those shades down, or you can slide them back towards the house to allow more sunlight in. The nice scallops on the end of the rafters there. That's all a fiberglass material with an aluminum framework inside it. So again, you're never going to have to worry about it twisting or warping or chipping or fading.
You know, it adds such an expensive look to the outside of the house, I think. And you said it was not that expensive.
And it's not that expensive to do. Again, it's going to be more expensive than wood, but it's going to last a whole lot longer. Here's a project we did in Lynchburg. They put a sunken pool on the inside of this room. This is a glass room, and they're using it year-round. The pool itself is heating it. They don't have any kind of heat source inside that room except for the pool itself. And they do, that's one of those endless pools.
Yeah.
Of course, we are a certified installer of endless pools as well, so
You didn't tell me that.
that's one of our secrets there.
I'd
Yeah,
love to have one of those.
we've done several of those. This is a front porch renovation that we did. Everything that you see there on the porch with all the columns and the rails, that's a composite material with the Trex front porch boards. Those are to look a little more like the traditional front porch boards with no gaps in them. It was designed that way. It looks more of the classic traditional feel on that front porch.
And virtually maintenance
It
free.
is. It's pretty much completely maintenance free. Anytime a composite material gets dirty from pollen, all it needs, you just have to pressure wash it once or twice a year, but no painting or staining or anything.
This is just beautiful. I wanted to put it in there again because I think it's such a gorgeous house.
Yeah, what a great addition to the rear of the house. I mean, this is facing Smith Mountain Lake, and just the aesthetics of that big open porch. I know the owners are enjoying that porch. And of course, it was a turnkey project for us as well. And again, a lot of people know us as a sunroom company, but we do just about anything you can think of as far as at your house remodeling and renovations,
Yeah,
exterior and interior.
Was really impressed that you do everything.
We do it all.
And now I know you do endless pools, which
That's
is
right.
kind of cool.
Yep, we do.
All right. Now, the project you just completed for us, I think we finished it up in April, and that's what I wanted to focus on tonight because I'm so pleased with it, and I want everybody in the world to see it. But after a relatively mild winter, the week you all started was when we started having snow almost once a
Ironically.
week, or and the day that your folks started, it was 14 degrees, and they just kept on working, and they kept smiling. And at first, I thought they were just really in good moods, but then I figured their teeth were frozen and their lips were frozen to their teeth.
Right.
But they never complained about anything, and they just went on and did the work.
Yeah, they're troopers. I can't ask for anything more, from our guys. The majority of our people there have long tenures at our company and continue to strive in the career aspect of our company, and they're committed daily. I can't say enough about our employees. I mean, they really do an outstanding job, and are very committed to what they do day in and day out.
Well, they were very pleasant to work with, and everybody cleaned up at the end of the day, which was hard for them,
Right.
because they were cleaning up in snow and they were cleaning up in mud from below the deck, and I just thought they did a wonderful job. Now, our project involved a little bit more because we weren't just putting a sunroom on a slab.
Right.
So we extended it out onto the deck. Can you tell our audience why that took more time?
Well, it's very important when you add any kind of sunroom addition to a house, the substructure needs to be intact. I mean, it needs to be there, structurally sound. Anytime you add weight to a structure, it needs to withstand that weight. And we make sure from day one of going out, taking a look into the project, that what you want to put out there is what you have is going to be sufficient for the actual sunroom. We take extensive research, and we do all of our estimating based on what is needed for your sunroom, and each individual one is different. So
Right.
we want to make sure that it's safe, number one, and it's going to stand there for the test of time. So we do all of our homework to make sure it's right.
And you had to replace our house was built in 1989, so things have changed with codes, and you had to really loosen the deck from the house and put in something else.
We did. We had to put what we call in the construction industry a drop girder underneath the house, or underneath the floor system there. Brick is not structural anymore. They used to be, in time they found that a brick veneer is just a veneer, and you're not allowed to attach a structure to the brick. So what we had to do was actually go up underneath your floor system, beef it up, make sure it was structurally sound. Of course, we took all of the posts that were there and made sure they were in adequate piers underneath, and replaced all the posts with structural 6x6s to allow for that extra weight that was going to be put on there. So it was a job in itself, but we made it work.
Right, and what you did to fix the deck so it would be able to support this sunroom certainly has made it a safer place. I don't
Absolutely.
feel like we're out in space or
Right.
up on stilts or anything like that.
We don't want you walking into a sunroom and you don't feel like the sunroom is attached to the house, or the floor system has a bounce in it, or any kind of squeaking or anything like that. We want to make sure that that structure is there and is completely sound and up to code. So we take all the measurements to do that.
I know there was one surprise when you took the old sunroom glass out and one of the headers was not to code, and you didn't expect that.
We didn't expect it, and it was a surprise to us, and I know to you as well. But when we uncovered that header, it wasn't sufficient enough to hold the new weight as well. So we had to go in, recalculate some of the spans on that header, and beef it up with a big steel plate and bolt it completely through to the other side of the header system, and then of course aesthetically cover all of that up. But yeah, like you never even seen it. But again, we saw it, we acted quickly, and we came up with a solution, and we pride ourselves in doing that.
I thought everybody just took that problem and followed through with it and got that taken care of.
Well, I tell you, in construction, there's always unforeseen things. And we can look at a job from the outside 2 or 3 different times, and 9 times out of 10 when you uncover something, who knows what the last builder did, or codes have changed, so things have to be changed out as well. We want to make sure that everything is structurally sound and to code. So again, there's always some surprises, but it's how you approach the customer and react and treat it as a professional step. We just want to make sure that the customer is aware of it, number one, and then we can take the necessary steps to fix it.
And that's another thing. You all communicated with us. You stayed in communication constantly, letting me know if there were any changes, and that shows me that you are used to dealing with people and know what your customers really need.
Well, and that's one of the things we strive to do is, there's and I said it on the last show, there's a lot of contractors out there that can build a good product, a good end product for the customer, but having a good product and working with the customer and communicating with them on a daily basis, we want to make sure that our customers are happy every day. They know what's going on every day. Our communication is exactly what the customer wants. They want to be notified every day of what's going on, and we feel like we do a good job of that. And I think that's why we're continually doing good business. So we really strive on that.
And your workers didn't seem to mind if I was out there looking and taking pictures. And that's what we're going to do on the next show. We'll be showing all the pictures of the construction project. But your workers, I was so impressed with them because, as I said, they first day they were there, it was 14 degrees, but they worked in snow, and until they got the walls up and everything up, they were really working outside. And
yeah, again, it's just a testament to our guys and their dedication and their hard work. We don't want to let the snow or the outside effects really slow a project down. Our guys are really dedicated. Again, if it's an unsafe condition, we'll back out of it and come back the next day. But for the most part, our guys are 100% committed, and our company is, and we continue to strive to get your project and keep it on schedule. So we try not to let the weather affect us too much.
You know, I think they only missed one day that they were scheduled to be there, and that was because of snow. But they had come and started working the day we had that 7.5 inches of snow, and they stayed half a day until they really
didn't want to leave.
Well, no, they didn't want to get back on the road. But when they left Roanoke, it wasn't doing anything.
Right.
And I thought that they were real troopers, but they didn't come back the next day. What can you do in 7.5 inches of snow?
There's not a lot, and again, we strive on safety. We want to make sure our guys are safe on the job. You know, with 7 inches of snow on the ground, when you're working with ladders and electrical equipment, again, we want to take safe measures and keeping everybody safe.
All right, now, our sunroom, like any project, is specific to measurements and what the customer wants. So every project is different.
Yeah, there's no one project alike. We take your specifications and what you want and what we can fit, and we make it happen. You know, most of them are, I don't want to say custom, but everybody thinks custom is more expensive. It's not. We just take your measurements and what you desire and what you want on the house there, and we make it happen. So again, there's really nothing we can't handle or we haven't seen in the past that we can't do on your house. So it is a unique sunroom that we provide for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really pleased with that. Now, your glass is manufactured in New York, is that correct?
It is.
And that takes how long for it to be made for your specific project and gotten to the site?
Typically, after we review the drawings and we're on site, it'll take anywhere from about 4 to 6 weeks for your sunroom to be manufactured. It is manufactured in Holbrook, New York, with the Four Seasons Corporation, and it does take some time because it's just not an off-the-shelf product. You know, we don't just pull it off the shelf and throw it in a package and ship it off.
Right.
I mean, it's completely custom to your design, so it does take several weeks to get that.
Now, am I correct in remembering that you said that the glass is manufactured specific to the area of the country?
There are 4 different regions that Four Seasons provides as far as the glass differences. We're located in the southeast, so there's a difference between the glass from the southeast being in the northeast, where it's a little more colder up there. So they design the glass and the technologies in the glass differ a little bit, so they're more job specific in our region. So yes, they do have differences in their glass tolerances.
I thought that was really interesting when I found that out. Now, you do everything. You know, you had said that you do everything, but we had Mike Hallman from Lowe's come in and do the floor because we had an existing problem with the existing sunroom.
Right.
And he had looked at it months before, so we knew that was there. But you all do everything, including the radiant heat underneath floors. And
yeah, I mean, every sunroom is different, but most of the sunrooms are going to require some electrical work, some HVAC work, flooring, sheetrock maybe on the house wall, insulation, you name it. We're there. We're a turnkey project. So there's really nothing that there at the house that we can't handle for you.
yeah, and we had to have, because of where it is and because of the size of the sunroom, we went from a 12 by 12 to an 18 by 20. I think it is. We had to have an individual heating and cooling unit, which is the coolest thing in the world, literally.
Yep. And again, we provided that for you. There are several different options that you can choose from as far as heating and cooling your sunroom. And of course, we can provide any kind of solution you want. So we can take care of that. Yep.
Now, we opted for a cathedral ceiling. What are the other choices? I know I had at first said something else, and then Willie said, no, let's go for the cathedral ceiling.
Well, it starts off with a studio, which is just a one-pitch lean-to. You can do a solid roof in that. You can do the A-frame like you chose. We have glass options as well for the glass roof. You can do the studio and the cathedral in that. Also, we have the round cathedral conservatory models that you can choose from. The curved in the front. So there's so many different styles and differences in the sunrooms that that we can tailor to your house.
We're almost out of time, so I want you to tell us, do you have a Facebook page and a website?
We do. We're currently working on our website right now, but it is fs4seasons.com. And we're getting ready to launch a new website called buildsmartbuildright.com. That'll be up in a couple of weeks. Also, we are on Facebook, FS Building Inc. So find us on Facebook, like us. We would appreciate that. And you can see all the photos and everything. I try to update that about once a week, so you can kind of stay tuned for that.
Tell me, if you had one thing to say to these people who are watching this show tonight about how you feel personally about this job you do, what would that be?
Committed. I've been with the company for going on 13 years. I feel like it's my family, and I'm dedicated to the company, and so are our employees. And that's we're a family-oriented company, and that's the feel that we have around our offices and on site as well. I mean, our guys really appreciate each other, and we take great pride in going the extra mile, taking care of our customers, making sure that they're happy. So again, that's what we strive on. We want to make sure that you guys are completely happy.
And I think it shows in the work. It certainly does. Jeremy, thank you so much. You'll be back next week to do part 2 of this. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you, Linda.
I hope you've enjoyed tonight's show. This is part 1 in the series of the construction of our personal sunroom. My next show will be part 2 and the completion of the sunroom. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful